Thank you. Senator Stabenow. We're not doing this by seniority. I have to go to something. One thing should be clear, that nobody here is saying that raising revenues from the wealthiest Americans is going to solve this problem on its own. I'd also like to say that not every millionaire looks like that. So don't be mistaken. Only with the right balance of careful cuts, and increased revenues can we make real progress on our long-term fiscal crisis, which is real. But the very wealthy have benefited disproportionately from the tax cuts, from the Bush tax cuts over the past decade. At the same time, their incomes have skyrocketed. The incomes of the top 1% now account for 24% of all income. That's income, not wealth. Yet the median income in America has actually gone down over the past decade, and this is for the first time since we've been keeping records on this. And that has hurt the middle class. The middle class is the primary driver of our economy, but their buying power has weakened in many ways, not just because the median income has gone down, but because of health care costs have gone up, and because of energy costs and education costs. So the middle class is not an end in and of itself for us. The middle class actually creates a strong economy. And that's what we saw in the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. And then in the 80s, we started to see the tax cuts for the highest income Americans, and the deficits tripled during the 80s under Presidents Reagan and the first President Bush. So strengthening the middle class is very important. And we had this discussion before, and we saw what happened. In 1993, President Clinton then did a deficit reduction package that included raising two top rates, and the top rate of those over $250,000 to 39.6%. Every Republican voted against it, and they said exactly what they're saying today, that will cause a recession, that will kill jobs. Well, you know what happened. We had the largest expansion in the history of this country, over 22 million new net jobs, and handed off to President Bush a record surplus. Well, he cut taxes. He cut taxes, and look where we are now. He inherited a record surplus that was actually, Alan Greenspan said that we were in danger of having too much money, the federal government. We have $5 trillion surplus going into the future. The budget would have balanced this year. And where are the jobs from these Bush tax cuts? The reason there is $3 trillion sitting on the sidelines is because the middle class can't buy. It's not because, you know, if you're a billionaire, you can only buy so many cars and so many planes. It's the middle class that really buoys our economy, and we've got to be thinking of them. Thank you.